Sneezy. Ow! Dang it.
Under development for over 2 years, ReCore is finally here on the Xbox One and Windows 10. ReCore is also the first title that supports Microsoft's fantastic Play Anywhere initiative, wherein players can get access to the game by simply buying it once on either platform. It's a fantastic initiative by Microsoft, and it worked seamlessly when we switched playing the game between the two platforms. Perhaps unknown to many, ReCore runs on the Unity engine, an engine that is largely used by indie developers to create small-scale experiences. This isn't to say the engine can't handle high-end games, but given something like ReCore will end up using it is rather surprising. It must be noted that ReCore looks like a AA game, so as expected the results are rather mixed, especially on the Xbox One. The Xbox One version looks like it's running at a native 1080p resolution with a 30 frames per second cap. However, the console version lacks a decent AA solution. The screen is literally filled with jaggies, which drastically reduces the image quality. In all honesty, ReCore on the Xbox One does not really look like a current-gen game, and we may have bit forgiving towards it if the performance made up for it. Unfortunately, the game struggles to run at a locked 30 FPS all the time, especially when the action gets intense. One can clearly observe that the game drops a lot of frames when there's too much happening on the screen. Fortunately, there are no torn frames, so no visible screen tearing, so there is that. Adding insult to injury is the atrocious load times on the Xbox One. What makes it worse is that these aren't just numerous load screens in every corner of the game, but terribly long as well. Getting through a fight in the game put me under extreme pressure. If I died, I'd have to go through the unbearably long load screen, and it happened again and again. These load screens happened so much so, I pulled out a timer to get an approximate time I was sitting there wasting away looking at a load screen. These averages may vary from each user's experience. Game loading to the start of the main menu, 1 minute and 5 seconds. Game loads from current save point, 1 minute and 23 seconds. Opening a sealed door to a new location, 1 minute 41 seconds. Dying and coming back to life, 1 minute 45 seconds to 1 minute 56 seconds. Loading time to get to the crawler, 1 minute 21 seconds. Those are just a few of the times I recorded out of the numerous load screens throughout the game. I haven't experienced such awful load times since Sonic the Hedgehog 2006, and it really drained the enthusiasm of playing this game substantially. In complete contrast, the PC version of ReCore fixes almost everything we mentioned for the console version. Gone are the atrocious loading times that will leave you hanging for several minutes doing nothing. The graphical options are surprising. You can adjust the quality of anti-aliasing, a big win over the Xbox One version, set the target frame rate from 30 FPS to maximum, another huge win for the PC version, along with support for higher shadow quality, different types of motion blur, which we recommend switching to off because it's rather jarring, bloom, and ambient occlusion. In order to run the game at 1080p 60 FPS, the developers recommend a GTX 1080 along with i7 4770 and 16GB memory. We ran the game on the same hardware and witnessed a solid 60 FPS gameplay experience. Toning it down to the recommended requirements, which is an R9 290X and AMD FX 8350, we witnessed frame rates in the 40 to 60 FPS range with stuttering during cutscenes. All in all, there is a massive difference between the Xbox One and Windows 10 versions of the game. The image quality and the boost in FPS makes the Windows 10 version the superior version. In many ways, ReCore also showcases the weakness of the Unity engine in handling games like ReCore on consoles. The difference between the PC and the console version seems to indicate that there's something within the Unity engine that does not seem to gel well with the console SDK. Obviously, this is an assumption on our part, but the differences are rather eye-opening. Overall, ReCore is a great game with some cool gameplay mechanics, but one that should be experienced on the PC should you have the hardware. The Xbox One version is rather disappointing. It compromises a lot of features, and the game's low-resolution textures, even on the PC build, makes matters even worse on the Xbox One.
Gotcha! This is the power source we've been tracking? I've never seen a core like this before. Have you, Mac? All the colors are mixed together. Oh, come here, boy. I see that leg. Doesn't look too bad, but I won't be able to fix it here. Can you make it back to the crawler? Okay. Let's go home.
And that wraps it up. What are your thoughts about this? Let us know in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please like and share it on Twitter and Facebook. And why not consider subscribing? We upload some really cool videos almost every day. Thank you for watching this video, and happy gaming!